Mandy bounces a ball. She plots the results on this graph. After 50 seconds, Mandy has done 65 bounces. Plot this on the graph. So we have the time in seconds at the bottom, so we can find 50 seconds, and we know that our cross will need to be on this line. Now Mandy has done 65 bounces, and the number of bounces is on the left, so we can find 65, so in the middle of 60 and 70, and draw a line across. And then when our two lines cross, that's where we need to draw our cross. Now use the graph to estimate the number of bounces Mandy has done after 35 seconds. So we can find 35 seconds and draw a line straight up. Now we don't have a cross on the line, but we need to estimate where the cross would be. So imagine if this was a line graph, it would cross the line that we've drawn at about this point here. So if we drew a line between this point and this point, it would cross at about this point. So if we look across, we can see that that's around 50 bounces. Here are 4 triangles drawn on a square grid. Write the letter for each triangle in the correct region of the sorting diagram. One has been done for you. So they've told us that triangle A is isosceles and has a right angle. Remember, with an isosceles triangle, two sides are the same length. So this side here is the same length as this side here. And it has a right angle here in this corner because a right angle is the same size as the corner of a piece of paper or the corner of this screen. So let's look at triangle B. We can see that it has two sides the same length, so it's isosceles, but it does not have a right angle. It has 3 acute angles, because all the angles in triangle B are smaller than a right angle. So now let's look at triangle C. That's not isosceles, because all of the sides are a different length. But it does have an obtuse angle, because if we look, this angle here is larger than a right angle, and an angle larger than a right angle but smaller than a straight line is an obtuse angle. So we need to write C here to show that it's not isosceles, it's a scaling triangle, but it does have an obtuse angle. And finally, E is not isosceles because all of the sides are a different length, but it does have a right angle here. So we can write triangle D in this section. Here are 5 shapes on a square grid. Write in the missing letters. So first, we need to find the shape that has 2 pairs of parallel sides. So remember, parallel lines are like train tracks. If we extended them, they would go on forever without ever crossing. And if we look at shape C, we can see that this top line is parallel to this bottom line, and this line here parallel to this line here. If we extended these lines, they would go on forever without ever crossing. So we have 2 pairs of parallel sides, so that's shape C. Now we need to find which shape is a pentagon. Remember, a pentagon is a shape with 5 sides. So that's shape A, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Now, which shape has reflective symmetry? So, reflective symmetry means that we can draw a line down the middle of a shape, and then, if we folded it over, it would cover itself. So we have the same reflected on both sides. So that's shape E. Mike has a triangle grid. He shades in 2 triangles to make a shape with 4 sides. So we can see that he's made a rectangle. Shade in 2 triangles on this grid to make a different shape with 4 sides. So we could shade in these two triangles here, because then we've made a parallelogram, so a shape with four sides, or a quadrilateral. Now shade in four small triangles on this grid to make a bigger triangle. So we could shade in these four triangles here, and then we've made a larger triangle. And now shade in more than four small triangles on this grid to make a bigger triangle. So we could shade in all of these triangles, and then we've made one large triangle.